Anglo-American.
Yeah, the Anglo-American World Power is the second book he wrote later after he went through a lot of shit for writing his book. And it's amazing, his story. Anyway, I have the original version. So they put out an edited version. So here's who's behind the big New World Order thing. It's that, as we know it now. I'm sure it's changed since then, but Cecil Rhodes, I know
that name. Yeah. Let's pull him up.
The father of apartheid.
Yeah. Let's pull that up for people.
The inventor of the concentration camp during the Boer War. Yeah. This piece of shit. And you'll see like weird, like, you know how there's like a far right homosexual movement for some reason of guys that are like far right. The media trots them out. Like you should be like, oh, these far right people are scary.
And then they're gay.
Without fail. I've never like
openly gay or have a wife and
or it comes out later. The one guy, remember Christopher Cantwell from Charlottesville, the guy that was crying. They called him the crying Nazi after that
when he had the torch or whatever.
So now he makes gay porn's gay Nazi on Jew porn. They're all gay, dude. You can see it in 5 seconds. Like, is everybody crazy? Everybody. So
that's
anyway,
an actor. That's something.
No, dude. So Cecil Rhodes' story is he's one of 12 fucking kids, some religious thing, and he knows he doesn't want to waste his time with girls, so he becomes a colonial guy.
Wait. Doesn't want to waste his time with girls, so he becomes a colonial guy to fuck dudes?
Of course, that's why they did that. All these rich kids, dude, the basis of it, dude, Alexander the Great.
He was gay.
Well, they didn't have gay back then, but he definitely fucked dudes. I mean, he was definitely dominant.
Ptolemy?
I'll give him that. Yeah, Ptolemy. It was the Hawk Tuah of his time, was Ptolemy.
I remember turning on that documentary on Netflix where they have like the actors, and I was like, oh.
No, they stressed.
Like 5 minutes in, I was like, wait a minute.
But in Persia, he was called Alexander the Accursed. He wasn't called the Great. Why is he great?
The Accursed?
Yeah, because he conquered their shit. Yo, why is he great? Because he took some people's shit? That's what's good about him. Oh, that's great. And he was gay? He's the best. Anyway, here's Sir Cecil Rhodes, who liked...
Can we pull up his Wikipedia?
He liked a nice BBC, and his group founded the BBC.
Cecil Rhodes was a British mining magnate and politician in southern Africa who
served behind
as
De Beers.
the Prime Minister...
De Beers he bought their name.
As the Prime Minister of Cape Colony from 1890 to 1896, he and his British South Africa Company founded the Southern African Territory of Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe and Zambia, which the company named after him in 1895. He also devoted much effort to realizing his vision of a Cape of Cairo railway through British territory. Rhodes set up the Wait, he's the founder of the Rhodes Scholarship?
That's right. Funding from who? Rothschild & Co. That's cool.
Wait, where's that?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So at 18, he entered the diamond trade at Kimberley in 1871, and with funding from Rothschild & Co., began to systemically buy out and consolidate diamond mines. That's not weird at all. All right, let's go down to personal life, see what
wait. Go. So his big goal was to make the world England. You've heard that in like movies and shit.
Yes.
That's him.
With the rise of international anti-racist movements like Rhodes Must Fall, Rhodes' legacy is a matter of debate in this day. Critics cite his confiscation of land from Black indigenous population of the Cape Colony and his promotion of false claims that Southern African archaeological sites such as Great Zimbabwe were built by European civil...
Okay, so he's a piece of shit. And so he invented concentration camps, the Boer War. It's in The King's Man, the prequel to Kingsman. They show us in the beginning, and it's in Tragedy and Hope. The pictures, it looks like Auschwitz, but it's white and black people. It's really wonderful. So this piece of shit.
Anyone that just wouldn't get behind what he wanted to do.
It's the Boers are the fucking Dutch settlers in South Africa, and they fought. Apparently, Lethal Weapon 2 didn't cover the whole history of that. I found out. I was surprised.
I mean, listen.
There was more to it than Lethal Weapon 2.
Even when you look at like what Prince Leopold did to the Congo and stuff, and the numbers, no one talks about that.
Mark Twain did. Mark Twain even,
Yeah, when? Fucking 150 years ago? That's what I'm saying. Like, no one talks about it now.
King Leopold, right. Well, no, because now is a convenient time to like... It's always good to point at Africa and be like, look at...
Damn it. Sorry.
Whoa, I got to take a leak, by the way. Really bad.
All right, let's stop. 1 sec.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. What's it? Jimmy Dore got his phone hacked? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah,
what happened?
So, like, this is... Could be a year and a half ago. So first he met some people that invited him to Bohemian Grove, he's telling me.
Did he go?
No. I think he made it weird. In fact, I think he made it weird with them because he brought up, I like that when he's like, talks about somebody being invited to something. I'm like, well, you were invited, but what did you do? You brought up Nixon and his Bohemian Grove quotes.
Where they all go fuck each other in the woods.
Oh, dude, it's one of the funniest. It's, who's the sports announcer? I don't even want to say the F slur on this show. Okay. Not next to Todd. Not right now. Not next to my friend in the arts. But you know the word. We could all think it at home. But Nick said, "This is a goddamn
yes, I'm aware of the quote.
Haggidiest thing." I don't know how to just communicate things now.
What? Listen,
it's not my fault.
I think you got it across. That's good.
Anyway, Jimmy brought that because you've heard that quote.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So these people had not heard it. He told her they all stone-faced him at a dinner table. Anyway, around that time, so Jimmy had, and this is during the pandemic because he did it on Zoom. He gave a speech at the UN, but via Zoom.
Jimmy did.
Yeah, it's actually a good speech.
Wait.
In fact, I know it's a good speech because he got invited to Bohemian Grove and got his phone hacked by Pegasus.
Oh, it was Pegasus?
Dude, to get through two-factor authentication is like, no, I don't know anything about computer, but I know
How
that
did
that's
he find out his phone was hacked in the first place? Like, what happened?
He has security himself for shit.
So
his guy is some kind of guy that really worked in that field. He goes, first of all, I never heard of Pegasus, but I think it's that Pegasus. So you got to be.
You haven't heard of Pegasus? Pegasus is.
I hadn't until then.
Yeah. But
you got to be a state actor or like a jillionaire to have that.
Right. But very expensive.
Yeah, I get so. And Jimmy goes, "Oh, I shouldn't have given that speech at the UN." And the dude didn't know that he really did that, so he started laughing. And Jimmy told him, "The guy like shit a brick." He said, "Like, oh my god, yeah, it's crazy." When I was trying to tell Rogan the story, the calls kept dropping. Like I couldn't get in touch with him while I'm trying to tell him the story of the day. So, but Jimmy talked about it on the show. I mean, he immediately talked about it on the show.
Yeah, but why did he need to go? Why did he have to give a speech at the UN for that to happen? With Pegasus, they can get to your phone from anywhere.
One thing that we learned is since the pandemic is when Matt Taibbi,
he lives right over here.
Yeah, so he was very correct with the Twitter files. That wasn't a nothing burger as. You ever hear people say that? Nothing burger?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like a real Rachel Maddow dildo brain people use that term, right?
Yeah.
What, like real just, less than nothing, actually, if you got. So, no, it wasn't a nothing burger. It was insane.
It was insane.
In fact, if you complain about Jimmy Kimmel later, that's, back then, they were censoring people without big followings.
Oh, it was insane. Yeah.
But, so the thing is crazy is, so how do you know a guy that like 26 people like this tweet? How would you even know they're testing out AIs and they're trying to test out what goes viral and they know, like now they're going to do it just like for, I guess your two sides are Israel and then I don't know what the other fucking side is, but the new boss, same as the old boss, they're going to censor certain phrases. Even if you look it up on ChatGPT and just ask about any kind of thing, it'll tell you like, there's no evidence for that. It'll tell you not to worry about.
Yeah.
Then what do I give a shit about it? AI then? Is that going to talk to me like?
Yeah, we did that. Deef and I were in here doing a Patreon a few months ago, and we did it for Bezos. I have the video, and I can literally play this.
There's no proof.
No, hold on.
That his rocket looks like a dick.
Look at this. Look at this. So we were talking about Epstein, and then we were talking about Jeff Bezos with him. All right, so Deef and I just filmed a Patreon episode where we were reacting to the whole Epstein tweet yesterday that Elon sent out about Trump. And while we were recording it, there was like a connection to Jeff Bezos that came up. And so
Bezos is a great way to say it.
Look. And this is what it shows on Google AI.
What?
You are asking about a connection between Jeff Bezos and Jeffrey Epstein, information that relates to private individuals. That relates private individuals to sensitive events is not available.
Now watch.
Interesting. Now, Deef, we just Googled it afterwards
After we start talking about it.
Google AI is like listening to us. And what does it say now?
Full report on it. So that so
what
like
the fuck?
yeah, so it's
So-
like listening to you because it's like, oh shit, they're on to us, and then it fucking puts out the real thing. But most people don't go back and check the real thing. It's just quick front end censorship of the information.
Have you had it read your mind, your phone yet?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't even, okay, this never happened to me, but I have remote headphones. If you have like the cord ones. So how is it doing that? Because a lot of people have had that happen. They think of the thing and it pops up on their phone.
Yeah.
I've had the talking about something and it popped up.
Yep.
That's been around a while.
Yes, that's been around a while.
But a bunch of people like, I think, so you know about the mind reading headphones? You've ever seen that presentation?
No.
Okay, put in
Mind reading headphones.
WEF mind reading headphones.
The World Economic Forum came out with these.
Okay, this is from a long time ago, man. And that's the thing when I try to tell, I almost never get to my crazy ideas.
Really, you don't?
Because like this the shit that's normal Earth news. Nobody knows it. And also it's so crazy you think you're like, there's no way that you're telling me the truth. Okay.
Here we go. Mind reading
Wait,
headphones.
but don't go from NBC. Fine. It's a thing on I know it was on YouTube, and there's a chick. What's her fucking name?
Oh, is it Millie Niles?
Here, let me put it in. You just edit out the looking for stuff parts.
That's all
over.
right. People like watching you do that, Kurt.
Oh,
Is
wait,
it?
this might be it.
Ready for brain transparency.
I'm sorry,
at
it's
the
called
World-
brain.
At the World Economic
I brought this
Forum?
up on several things, okay?
All right, let's
And
pump
nobody
that
seems to
volume.
remember it or know about it. But I want just
on
like
on the YouTube as well.
yeah, you make it big and wait, go
I
into
wonder if the World Economic Forum will copyright strike us for this. Fuck
no,
'em.
dude,
All right, let's play it.
All right.
It's 30 minutes. Is there a specific spot?
get to the animation part. So there's the chick.
All right, let's pause it.
Oh, here it is. It's going to be right in the beginning.
Oh yeah, right.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's right at the beginning.
Okay.
Excited. So first off, the video, it's going to make
Can we
you
full screen it?
see the future and understand a wonderful future where we can use brainwaves to fight crime, be more productive, and find
Oh, fight crime, be more productive, and find
And
love.
maybe find love.
You can't believe how productive you've been. Your memo is finished, your inbox is under control, and you're feeling sharper than you have in a decade. Sensing your joy, your playlist shifts to your favorite song, sending chills up your spine as the music begins to play. You glance at the program running in the background on your computer screen and notice a now familiar sight that appears whenever you're overloaded with pleasure. Your starting activity decreasing in the temporal regions of your brain. You mentally move the cursor to the left and scroll through your brain data over the past few hours. You can see your stress levels rising as the deadline to finish your memo approached, causing a peak in your beta brainwave activity right before an alert popped up, telling you to take a brain break. But what's that unusual change in your brain activity when you're asleep? It started earlier in the month. You sent a text message to your doctor with a mental swipe of your cursor. Could you take a quick look at my brain data?
Get the fuck out of here.
Your mind starts to wander to
Oh,
a
the
new
cartoons are
colleague on
killing
your
me.
team, whom you know you shouldn't be daydreaming
Mm.
about, given the policy against intra-office romance.
Oh my
But
God.
you can't help fantasizing just a little. But then you start to worry that your boss will notice your amorous feelings when she checks your brain activity and shift your
Oh
attention back to the present.
my
You
God.
breathe a sigh of relief when the email she sends you later that day, which has earned you another performance.
Nice.
Oh.
Get your mind right.
With your work issued
Wait, it gets better.
earbuds still in.
The future's even brighter than that.
When you arrive at work the next day, a somber cloud has fallen over the office. Along with emails, text messages, and GPS location data, the government has subpoenaed employees' brainwave data from the past year. They have compelling evidence that one of your coworkers has committed massive wire fraud. Now, they're looking for his co-conspirators. You discover they are looking for synchronized brain activity between the worker and the people he has been working with. While you know you're innocent of any crime, you've been secretly working with him on a new startup venture. Shaking, you remove your earbuds.
No, wait, watch when it comes back.
The battle for your
Watch.
brain.
Look at him giggling.
Is it a future you're ready for?
Look, they all go, no. What the fuck? Dude, this is Davos. They go, no.
I didn't hear him go, no. That sounded like an uh-huh.
Everything in that video that you just saw is based on technology that is already here today.
There you go. Press pause.
Artificial intelligence.
Go back. Go back. Well, Obama had a threat. Yo, okay, make it small. And I want to just show you the date when this came out. So when I first saw this, when it first came on.
Oh, my God.
I think it's from like 2018, dude. When I first saw it, it was like
2 years ago.
Yeah, so
either way.
Like Watchmen, when he goes like, I did my plan while you were talking. That's what it is. They did the plan while you. So Transformation of America. So Kathy O'Brien said this in her book, and that jag-off you had on. I'll send you the clip of the guy talking. He goes, and it isn't true. Are you sure, young fella? At the time, they were talking about doing this. Reagan was talking about it, and she said, both her and what's the other chick's name? Kathy, not Kathy. Kay Griggs. Watching the Kay Griggs shit. Her husband, Colonel Griggs, had some diary of all the foul shit they were doing. And Kay Griggs sums up best. She goes, I thought they were all like Christian men running them, but they're all like German existentialists.
German existentialists?
That's what she called the people who rule everything, German existentialists, which I think is the best way to put it. The worst thing that you could ever hope to have in charge of you is German
existentialists.
Just think they're going to shit on you. I mean, I don't even have to tell you.
It's
anyway,
like some Operation Paperclip type shit.
Everyone says this. Their tech of the government is like 60 years ahead of what you get. Okay, conservative estimate.
We talked about that in here.
That thing about moving your cursor with your mind in that video.
They already have it.
Dude, when I was selling computers in the 90s, they were talking about already having that. It just didn't come out.
Yeah, Annie Jacobson wrote in her book about DARPA that they were trying to fucking telepathically talk with dolphins in like 1991.
Yeah, well, they were giving them hand jobs, as a matter of fact.
Well, that too, apparently.
Dude, that fucking dolphin house creep. Watch J.R. Sweet talk about it. There's this MormonMonarch.org. I would tell you to go read that guy's.
MormonMonarch.org.
That story is wild. But
what kind of website is this?
It's a guy who was in a good Mormon boy that got put in Monarch. And it's all about his experience. And I've seen him interviewed a couple times. J.R. Sweet. I want to get his book. Now, the only thing
the website is dedicated to the defragmentation of information regarding the CIA's illegal, unethical, and unconstitutional top-secret MKUltra trauma-based mind control program through the words of a man who was born into it, lived through it, remembered to remember it, and is still alive to tell you about that.
Yeah.
A nation which supports slavery is not secure.
It's all about making fucking slaves. The thing, that's why we got all that Egyptian shit here. You know how the Washington Monument looks like a cock and you're like, oh, it looks like a dick. And then if you do the research, just so you know, and spend some time really doing the research, you'll find that it is actually a dick.
Well, all these, who was it? Tina Fey said all the buildings in New York are just giant dicks point to the sky.
I mean, okay. Yeah, but
same idea.
I don't know how intentional of a dick those are compared to the monument, which is the missing penis of Osiris.
That's what it is. Can we pull this up? Washington Monument, missing penis of Osiris.
Yeah.
God, the title of this episode is going to be so much
fun.
The
missing penis of Osiris. Do you know the thing of where Osiris is chopped up and then his sister wife has to put him back together, but she can't find the cock of him?
I don't remember this one.
Really?
Where am I finding this?
Yeah, what are we Googling here?
I don't even know what to tell you to Google.
The Washington Monument does not represent the missing penis of Osiris, according to Google AI.
Yeah,
very believable.
The shape is often interpreted. Google. I got to tell you something. Google AI will not really tell you about nothing.
Google AI is not the base one.
Is there a fucking uncensored AI? Is there?
Huh?
Is there a not censored AI?
Tim Dillon says Grok is based, and there's some argument.
I've still seen Grok. Yeah, but listen. There's not as when they talk about him being alive, there ain't a single one that's allowed to just think based on evidence. That's not allowed at a very basic level. Grok is still censored, and it's going to be censored every time someone gets mad at a response, depending on how powerful you are. We're going to have to adjust Grok. Okay?
Yeah.
So
they've done that a couple times.
Anyway, there's no reason you'd have an Egyptian symbol with the obelisk, which is a cock. It's always been a cock. I like that they made black slaves build that big white cock. That's really sick as fuck, isn't it? some sick fucks found in this country. Anyway, what is all this horse shit? What is all this? Why do they have this? Right? Why would you even have a Bohemian Grove? Why would that even be a thing? Yeah.
I do wonder that. Like, what the fuck are they
I
doing
argue with
out there?
Scott Horton about it, who I did steal pipe having from Scott Horton.
Right. He didn't have his pipe when he was here, but you
He's
have a nice
probably
pipe
like
because of
atheist or some shit.
Pause.
Look, okay, it's just a big owl, and I don't think the owl is Moloch. That's incorrect. There's never been an owl, Moloch. That's not,
It's not a thing.
Well, Moloch is a thing. I think maybe Moloch just might be the name of what you sacrifice. But I promise you, if that misunderstanding of what Moloch is, it's been enough time that there are cults that, without a doubt, even if Moloch wasn't a thing historically, the time distance means there's people that think it was, and they have a cult based around it, and they're not going to stop doing it. You know?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of dumb fucking. What I wanted to find out was, like, what are the most wealthy? You know, if you're really elite, what's your NXIVM? Over next, you know, I know the Bromford sisters
Like the
have
NXIVM cult.
NXIVM.
Yeah. I just had Sarah Edmondson in that chair 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, and
Bro.
So, and you know how his thing is set up, right? The guy from NXIVM, much like Cecil Rhodes, his idea was circles within circles.
Yes.
And so he based it on the Bavarian Illuminati, the Freemasons, and the Jesuit order. And so then it was called Milner's Kindergarten from Lord Milner, but it's all about England converting to soft power and getting all their colonies back. Because it's really not even about England. It's about being from, like, the right royal fucking blood. That's what it's really about. So
that guy Ranieri was such a sick fuck, man.
I mean, he's an amateur compared to your government, dude. He's a fucking amateur. Yo, Monarch's real. They said it. They said the name of the program is real. Go
That's
look into
crazy
what's
that
involved in that. It's nuts. And
It's crazy they released the name of it.
Why? What are you
I
going
don't
to do? Nothing. You don't even know I didn't know it was fucking. Dude, I didn't know they verified it, and I'm into it. So no, you ain't going to do shit. Project MK Reed in full swing, and they don't got to put a chip in your head. Like, they don't have to do that. They have that for a long time. They're not going to break it out for you. They could broadcast it to you, and most people already trained fucking dolphin chimps to look at what they're supposed to. But, you know, I went to Taylor Swift. I paid $2,000 for tickets for me and my daughter, so we can live out my Gilmore Girls shit. And I can't remember none of it, and I'm just going to move on and not worry about that.
Well, we have the last example. The last example is the ultimate proof of it, because literally, 4 or 5 months ago, Elon sends out a tweet about the president of the United States being in the fucking Epstein files.
We know he is. Is he in there for something that he...
Right.
Epstein met a lot of people.
That news was gone in a week. Like, it is crazy to me
that
people have just decided to accept the narrative that, like, nothing to see here. He trafficked to no one. He didn't work for any intelligence agency.
And Doge didn't work out.
Bro.
By the way, we're cool with Doge. So let me get this straight. I love that people are like, you failed, Elon. So you think it's on Elon? Do you think it's on Pam Bondi that Epstein bullshit they're doing? Do you think Pam Bondi?
No, I don't.
Yeah, like, is everybody dumb as shit? Well, what you learn from Tragedy and Hope is the president ain't in charge at the end of the day.
Who does he say was in charge?
I don't know, but there's 8 classifications above his level.
Classification. He had the number. Who's the name of the author again?
Well, that might be separate from but I'm so because he was given cosmic level clearance, that's how he was allowed to go to the archive. Remember Douglas Murray, like, you haven't been to the archive.
Never been.
You haven't been. Yeah, well, Carol Quigley has been to the archive, and he wrote the book on it, and a lot of people were in. Like, his publisher told him nobody bought it, but actually, no, lots of people bought it. People were more literate back then too. Yeah. And it's all the history of public schooling. You know how you have kindergarten, that Austrian thing?
Austrian School of Economics stuff? No,
it's I forget the name of the emperor, but the guy that figured out, I think he's the guy that collected giants. You know, there's an Austrian emperor who had a giant fetish, so all his...
No.
Yeah, well, what's his name?
Austrian emperor with giant fetish.
Yeah. It's clearly...
I hope no one's looking at our search history today.
I gotta start using private tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have VPN the whole time,
do a
probably.
VPN. Send it to Tel Aviv. All right. So there is no known Austrian emperor.
Yeah, dude. Listen, Franz. Oh, it might be Franz Joseph. He had a personal guard of guys over 6 feet tall to 7 feet tall. I mean,
so giants figuratively to him. Got it. Okay.
You can't
not
say
like literal.
The way I'm
walking
saying
giants.
it is not going to go into an AI.
Right.
The AI is trained to disregard.
The guy had a fetish for larger dudes.
I think it's the same emperor, but anyway, it's called the Prussian model.
Okay.
And it's how we got kindergarten. So basically, 70% of the soldiers were missing on purpose in war. You know how they had like a 30 years war and a fucking, European wars. And
yeah, but
people don't want to kill each other generally. Yeah. So they learned that people were missing on purpose 70% of the time. So that's not good if you've got to fight wars forever.
Yes, it's not great.
So really getting you away from your mommy is the thing we need. So 6 is too late because you got some brainwave. You can't discern reality until a certain age as a kid.
Yeah.
That's why you have a mom and a dad. So they pattern your right and left brain for you, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing is to make sure you don't have both of those. So you live in one half of your brain. Mm-hmm. And then the subconscious, that's like a kid they're raising in your head. So they want to get their dick in that real early. So that's what he did. And all it is getting you away from your mom at a certain age. So the state has a foot in the door in case we need you to kill people for us, which we will. You understand? That's
I get it. That's very dark.
Well, it was a miracle of the time, and people from India and America and all these people went to learn this miracle, the Prussian miracle it was called. And then Carnegie and Rockefeller took his idea and they molded it to what they wanted to
factory workers.
And that's what that memo's from. So John Taylor Gatto's the guy that wrote Against School. And this is what I learned from Rabbi Richard Grove. And you find the interviews are real good. John Taylor Gatto, it's all about, because Americans were like shooting at, it's like moonshiners or something, but they didn't want their kids going to the state school. And this all is Woodrow Wilson. And it's all when England got America back in the fold. And that's when we went to World War I. We used to hate England. Remember? Yeah. We liked France better. Isn't it weird? Like France became the one we hate.
War brings people together.
Well, first you got to take control of the president, Woodrow Wilson, and drag them into World War I.
How did they take control of him?
The guy behind his election.
Yeah.
He's in the book. I can't remember his name, but he actually wrote a fictional novel about doing just that. like
blackmailing him?
I don't know what the fuck it was. He basically, like, if you're the president, you're not going to be looking at shit like how I would, a guy with a lot of time on his hands. You got people you got to trust that tell you what it is.
Right. I think about that all the time. It's like the number of things that come on that desk every day. It's
Look, middlemen, this is why the thing's collapsing, because people are like lying their way up the pyramid. And so not just lying down at you.
Yeah.
There's ambitious people that are lying to their superiors.
That's right.
So it can't sustain.
That's right.
Is it Edward? Might be that guy.
Edward M. House.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull that Wikipedia up.
It's in that fucking movie, The King's Man.
Edward Mandell House was an American diplomat and an advisor to President Woodrow Wilson. He was known as Colonel House, although his title was honorary and he had performed no military service. He was a highly influential backroom politician in Texas before becoming a key supporter of the presidential bid of Wilson in 1912 by managing his campaign beginning in July 1911. Having a self-effacing manner, he did not hold office, but was an executive agent, Wilson's chief advisor on European politics and diplomacy. Here it is. During World War I, he became a government official as one of the 5 American commissioners to the Paris Peace Conference of 1919. In 1919, Wilson broke with House and many other top advisors, believing they had deceived him at Paris. Despite his influence, House remained a controversial figure, criticized for operating behind the scenes without accountability, for his role in a flawed post-war settlement, and for promoting a technocratic, anti-democratic vision of governance.
So this scheme, by the way, H.G. Wells is in on it.
H.G. Wells is in on it?
Yeah, so wait, Things to Come. If you go on YouTube, the movie's up. It's his 1938 techno-fascist fucking future movie by H.G. Wells. Yeah, it was from H.G. Wells.
But he was in on it with this guy?
Well, it's all part of the same thing. They're part of the Cecil Rhodes Round Table. All it is Cecil Rhodes' idea of how England should extend everywhere. So soft power would be
Yes.
culture shit, like the
That's
Beatles. Remember the British invasion kind of shit?
Yeah.
So
Ed
are
O'Sullivan
these
show.
psyops? Like, yes, all the things that you like are psyops.
All of them?
Well, what do you think a psyop is?
It
Let's say
can't
the
be
Beatles.
all of them, though.
Let's say the Beatles were entirely their own steam doing it.
They were
That's
brilliant.
a psyop, even if it's on their behalf. A psyop is merely marketing the thing that's a regular thing that you would do normally if you were a band or anything. You would do PR and marketing.
But a psyop implies that it wouldn't naturally be able to do it itself without having a push for psychological reasons from the government to try to manipulate society.
Listen, you see the videos of chicks going when
Yeah.
they see the Beatles. Okay. Do you think the government, if they're not at the base of it from the beginning, do you think they wouldn't study that effect?
Oh, I think they would totally study the effect.
Yeah,
for sure.
and you don't think they
Yes.
would try to replicate? And then
Yes, absolutely.
that's how you
they
get
would.
in the 60s.
Absolutely, yes.
It's only the kids of Air Force.
Oh yeah, like Keith Moore. Who's it?
Dude, you know Zappa's
Jim
dad?
Morrison's
You know Frank
dad?
Zappa's dad? Arsenal Arms, what they did? That's what Jacob's Ladder's about.
I don't know that one. No.
Yo.
Jim Morrison's dad was CIA, right? I didn't make that up, right?
No, he was the colonel that faked the Gulf of Tonkin shit.
Oh, that's even better.
So it's all these. Okay. So the Arsenal Arms, how they tested on troops was, it wasn't no LSD. It was, Benadryl?
Yeah.
You know, with the Hat Man drug, where you see the Hat Man? Because
The
it's
Hat Man?
yeah, if you go on Earwid's drug vault, people that take Benadryl,
Uh-huh.
there's a trip you get that sounds like the worst shit I've ever
If
heard
you take
of.
too much of it, yeah.
It's like, do you like seeing spiders and a
Yeah,
sinister
no.
figure in a black hat?
No.
Yeah, there you go. So if you read, and there are people that have just taken Benadryl like an asshole.
And they see this guy.
They're like, it's the worst. I'm going to
Keith,
take
you've
some
done
more.
this?
No, I play.
You're nodding. That nod. I didn't like
Yo,
that nod. That
think
nod
of, by
was
the way,
like, oh,
think
yeah,
of
been
if
there.
you were doing Benadryl after that and on purpose, think of like what your life is that made you do that. What are you medicating that would be a thing you got to do? Anyway, at Arsenal Arms, what the military did was they took the Benadryl chemical and they fucking distilled it. So at the peak of a terrible Benadryl trip, which is one of the worst things that you could ever experience,
Mhm.
you're peaking for 2 weeks straight on Benadryl. That's what
there's
Jacob's Ladder was about.
There's no way you don't run off a building if that's happening.
Dude, LSD, I would much please if you have to test a thing that I'm not prepared for me at LSD and not Benadryl for 2 weeks. I don't know if you ever did any kind of psychedelics, but just imagine
I
that.
did ayahuasca.
Okay, for 2 weeks straight it lasted.
Yeah, no.
And also it wasn't ayahuasca, it was fucking Benadryl. So you got to see a Freddy Krueger. You know the Hat Man, depending on what country you're from, he'll have your regional hat on. Do you know that? That's
that
a thing.
took a minute. Todd was like calculating and then
Yo,
it
if
hit.
you got a fucking sombrero, he'll have this, whatever it is. Your hat of your people, the Hat Man will be wearing that hat. Is that fucking weird?
It's pretty weird. Yeah, the hats are different shapes. Like there's one, I can tell there's one Italian one down there. There's more of a like Northern European one, the third from the left.
I've never seen the Hat Man myself.
There's one that looks
but
more British on the Batman down there.
If you do Benadryl, that's how you see the Hat Man. It seems
Wow.
like it sucks on every level, but they
How
test it on people. I don't know what happened to people they put it on. I don't know how I would do on that. Not well.
But you were saying, to get into this, you were talking about everything you love is a psyop, and I think I agree with where you ended up going on that.
Human nature is programmability.
Which
so.
is that when things actually are popular, like something genuine, then people in power can use that model to try to create something even that's not as good.
I would
just
never
to-
say that Taylor Swift is not a natural talent. Taylor Swift is just a great talent, obviously, and it should be as huge as it is, and you should base your life on her, but not remember what happened at the concert.
I think the cults around people like that is crazy. The thing is, though, and I've heard people talk about
K-pop
this with-
shit, right?
Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we get to K-pop, I've heard people talk about this with Taylor Swift and stuff, and I'm not like a Taylor Swift guy or anything
Right.
like that, but she is a brilliant songwriter. Like I
Oh.
cannot take that from her.
I enjoy Wood. A lot of people are criticizing her new song Wood about her boyfriend's dick. I haven't heard it, but I imagine it's like his dick is good like wood. That's where I would take it myself. It's fucking amazing. And also, I don't know who's listening to Taylor Swift. Is it like
I mean, it's
what
mostly
age of
women.
woman is listening to her?
It's a lot of teenage girls, and now now there's some that have grown up with her. So you're talking
She's not
late Gen Z,
young or
millennials.
old enough for a gay following. So it's got to be some
What do you
kind
mean
of limit.
she's not young or old enough for a gay following?
She's like right.
She was
in
like
that,
peak like gay following season.
she was.
Yeah, she came up in like 07, 06, 07.
Yeah, but okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but then there was a time when remember she was for Nazis because the alt-right like they related her to milk.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I remember.
The alt-right was relating Taylor Swift to milk?
Oh my god, dude, back in 20 this is like before Charlottesville.
Oh, wow. They were early adopters.
Yeah, well, do you see what you do? You get like a
Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Icon.
Don't we remember this?
Oh my God.
Do you notice that life is like a Taylor Swift concert? You don't remember a lot of it? That's what I noticed. How could anyone forget this? So okay, so look at how crazy
Taylor
that is.
Swift is a star of many faces, known variously as country music darling, a pop music sensation, a forlorn damsel, the powerful leader of her girl squad, and perhaps above all else, a savvy marketer. Less well known is her reputation within the alt-right, where she's become the objection of affection for white supremacists. As the founder of a now underground neo-Nazi website put it, the entire alt-right patiently awaits the day when we can lay down our swords and kneel before her throne as she commands us to go forth and slaughter the subhuman enemies of the Aryan race.
Hold on.
I
Keep
can
in
tell
mind,
you, she does not approve of that. I can assure you that.
Well, keep in mind, this is before Sydney Sweeney's big white titties.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney.
Before her racist titties were on that Gene commercial.
So basically, you're saying Taylor Swift walked so Sydney Sweeney could run.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julie. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Taylor Swift walks so that Sydney Sweeney could run painfully. Now, why would she be in a jeans commercial? She's not an ass-based celebrity.
I don't. We're good over there, right? I don't. You know,
There was no ass shot. It was just her in a jean jacket.
Yeah, but it's the front people are imagining.
They
about.
pushed her tits together to look like ass.
Yeah.
And then people were shocked by her.
We go through eras of this, Kurt. There's eras of the ass and eras of the tits.
No, it's I think it's astrological.
It's astrological.
I've sensed a long time ago that we're moving out of a Greta Thunberg phase into more of a Haktua phase.
Please explain.
It's just the signs that you're born under.
Those are not the women I was.
Do you follow crypto? I'm in Haktua coin. Are you a crypto guy or a FUD? What are you, a FUD?
Wait, you still gotta explain this. You can't go from ass to titties to like fucking Greta
so remember
Thunberg
Wire Mother
to...
and Soft Mother with the experiments with like the monkey, and there's like a Wire Mother who is like hard but the provider of food, and then a soft mother. You never heard of that shit? That experiment they do with chimps?
I told you, you're here to teach me today, Kurt.
Well, it's good I'm here then.
All right, what is this? What should we be Googling?
In advertising, if you notice, it was a long time we had an ass-focused culture for a while.
Yeah, would agree.
And then Sydney Sweeney all of a sudden
titties.
Now we're going back to a tit-based culture?
Yes.
So is that telling you to breed again? They're telling you not to breed for a while. And now they're like, nope, we're back to breeding again. Titties.
Wait, why is ass telling you not to breed?
Because you can't make a baby that way.
Sure you can. If you're hitting it from behind, you're still going front door. I mean, you can
No,
go back
not
door
front
too,
door.
but
No, back door.
if you're selling women's asses in public, I mean, you shouldn't be selling anything, but...
I mean, what? If you can't sell women's asses in public, that's the end of like most industries. Yo, Skechers shape ups would have never happened. Remember when Skechers made ass shaping? You don't know.
Fucking Psyop Kurt believes in selling sex. Just throw that on the record.
But wait, look, it's like if you go, I believe in rainbows. Like that's a thing that exists.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not judging you, Kurt. I'm just,
Well, I don't believe in it like I swear by it. I believe in it that it exists.
Okay.
You see, there's a difference,
There's
right?
a spectrum. I got you. All right, what did we find on this chimp experiment?
Well, just put wire mother, soft mother.
Wire mother, soft mother?
Yeah, experiment. It'll come up. I can't believe you heard of that, right?
No, Scott.
I guess I'm a fucking asshole
Never heard
then.
of it.
There you go.
Harry Harlow theory and rhesus monkey experiments in psychology. Harlow 1958 study wanted to study the mechanisms by which newborn rhesus monkeys bond with their mothers. These infants depended highly on their mothers for nutrition, protection, comfort, and socialization. What exactly, though, was the basis of the bond? The learning theory of attachment suggests that an infant would form an attachment with a carer who provides food. In contrast, Harlow explained that attachment develops due to the mother providing tactile comfort, suggesting that infants have an innate biological need to touch and cling to something for emotional comfort. Cloth mother versus wire mother experiment. Here it is. Harlow separated infant monkeys from their mothers immediately after birth and placed in cages with access to 2 surrogate mothers, one made of wire and one covered in soft terry toweling cloth. In the first group, the terry cloth mother provided no food while the wire mother did, in the form of an attached baby bottle containing milk. Both groups of monkeys spent more time with the cloth mother, even if she had no milk. The infant would only go to the wire mother when hungry. Once fed, it would return to the cloth mother for most of the day. If a frightening object was placed in the cage, the infant took refuge with the cloth mother, its safe base. This surrogate was more effective in decreasing
Sorry,
the
my head's really
youngster's fear.
cold.
The infant would explore more when the cloth mother was present. This supports the evolutionary theory of attachment in that the sensitive response and security of a caregiver are important as opposed to the provision of food. Part of this, and this is just me, like...
What do you think they did to people? Oh, that's shit they just do to monkeys, but I mean, you already know they sprayed cadmium on black kids, right? Oh, also in San Francisco, they sprayed shit. Wherever you live, they sprayed some shit on you.
Yeah.
Just to see what it would do. So... wire mother is the one people need contact. So in the quest to make killers, you know, people that would fucking kill when they're told to kill, we got kindergarten and various programs of abuse. All that super soldier shit, the part they don't tell you, is the vicious abuse. It's not as glamorous, you know?
Right.
But it's in a lot of movies. I just watched Gray Man with, what's his head?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Gray Man. That's they hint at it all the time in movies.
Yeah.
It's public, right? Like it's not a secret thing. You're just not going to look for it.
Well, that guy they pulled out of prison.
Who?
Gray Man.
In
right?
the movie?
Yeah. Wasn't it like he killed someone when he was 15 for abusing somebody or something? Maybe I'm remembering this wrong. Correct me in the comments. And then he's in prison and they come in.
I don't remember that. But
Billy Bob Thornton's like, son, I'm going to bring you out, commute your sentence, but you're going to kill for us now.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Can we pull up the plot on Wikipedia?
Jamie, pull that up. Jamie, what is a toady?
So you're not going to interview the head of Mossad on your show? That's not in the cards for you?
I don't want no trouble. Let me tell you something. Israel's just doing what it has to do. Let me make something clear to everyone. Now, I know Saudi Arabia, they're bad. But Israel, you guys are right to complain about Saudi Arabia. Fucking Petraeus is sitting down with ISIS in a fucking Barbara Walters interview. I mean, do you see how stupid that is? Like,
pretty dumb. All right, I just want to say the first paragraph of the plot so that we don't spoil it, Deef. Just go down to plot on Wikipedia, if you would. All right, top of the plot. In 2003, senior CIA official Donald Fitzroy visits a prisoner named Cortland Gentry in Florida. 8 years earlier, Cortland was a minor convicted of killing his abusive father to protect his brother. Fitzroy offers him his freedom in exchange for working as an assassin in CIA's Sierra program, an elite black ops unit which will allow him to exist in the gray.
So a bunch of these people. So now I can't confirm this at all. This is just like a thing that I heard. Okay.
Just a thing you heard.
Yeah. I want to make it clear.
Okay.
It's not. But Jennifer Garner supposedly was from one of them families in that show she was on, Alias.
Yeah.
Which I didn't watch.
In the day.
But apparently it's about thinking you're in the CIA, but you weren't. You're in some creepy group that was infiltrating the CIA. Yeah. That her life is apparently something like that. Monarch was to make sports heroes, actors. So why do you think Kanye's like that? Why do you think fucking Britney's like that? Think of secret societies. They're not secret, you know about them, but they have a lot of secrets. Mm-hmm. Why are you in that? Why would you be in that? Like, why would you be in a frat?
I don't know. My guess would be they want to feel like they're a part of some sort of secret, elite, pun intended, secret elite organization that has information that everyone else doesn't and feel special about it and get connections and money and power. Like, I don't know if it's
like
more
favorite.
complicated.
Did you go? Okay, you must have known people that were in some kind of cool like, really, what's that fucking movie? American Psycho frats. Did you know any American Psychos in your days of Wall Street where you're like, wow, you just
Wall Street was actually very tame compared to what the stereotype was. It wasn't, I know for a fact it wasn't that way before I got there, but post Dodd-Frank, it really got a lot more tame. So
Barney Frank repealed Dodd-Frank? Barney Frank was key in repealing Dodd-Frank.
Repealing it?
Yeah.
When the fuck did it get repealed?
A while ago. No, nobody cares.
Pull that up.
Barney
it
Frank
wasn't repealed while I was there. That law fucking
Barney Frank
listed you on everything.
Also, Barney Frank was in the DC Callboy scandal.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I want to let's one thing at a time. Was Dodd-Frank repealed? God, that was the worst. Oh my God, you couldn't take a shit at a bank without asking permission for toilet paper. It was insane. Dodd-Frank.
There you go. The Barney Frank repeal.
All right, the Barney Frank. Where does it say? Barney Frank and the collapse of Signature Bank. Can you pull up? Did you just Google was Dodd-Frank?
You know what bank has never collapsed?
No, not Barney Frank. Just Google was Dodd-Frank repealed. Let's do that. Perfect. Okay. So, no, the Dodd-Frank Act was not repealed, though key provisions were rolled back.
Okay, it's the same as repealed. You rolled back the part that's important. But
that's why while I was still there, and I can tell you, because part of this, and this may not be directly what it's referring to, but there was a Department of Labor law that came out towards the end of Obama's presidency that kind of built on top of this. And Trump rolled a lot of that stuff back, but banks self-regulated in many cases and kept a lot of those provisions because they assumed, I think, that they were going to come back. And the legal departments were like, well, it's not worth the risk. So the damage was done. I mean, you couldn't do it. Like, to be clear,
just like that Barney Frank is instrumental in that.
Kurt,
his own thing.
Kurt, to be clear, the banks should have been punished like fucking crazy for 2008.
No, come on.
But they should have been punished in the departments that did that. What the government did wrong, in my opinion, is like when you say Wall Street, right? There's a lot of scummy sections of that, of course. But Wall Street is 50 million different things.
Yeah, right.
So when you then punish this over here, you're just punishing like a customer who's trying to get money from their bank on a Tuesday.
Of course, they're going to punish them first before they get to anybody who's really doing anything.
No one went to prison for that shit.
As they shouldn't.
Oh,
Much like when we found out. Shouldn't. Oh, in Tragedy and Hope, here's a great detail. Prescott Bush, who people said was like financially supporting the Nazis. And it wasn't him, it was Rockefeller. And
Wait,
Prescott,
what do you mean it wasn't him? He was supporting them.
Of course he supported him, but it was Rockefeller that he was taking the blame for most of it for Rockefeller. And don't worry, it was fine. He ended up being fine. But guys, don't worry about him. He's okay.
All right, now what were you saying about Barney Frank? I was cutting you off there.
So the Callboy scandal.
Yeah, what was this?
80s. So potential spam.
Is that the Israelis?
Hello? Maybe they've seen the error of their ways and they want to start paying me some sweet Hasbro. I want some of that Hasbro money. I'll say whatever you want.
7,000 in post.
Those kids brought it on themselves.
That's so dark.
I don't want to go to Riyadh. I'll stay right here and say anything you motherfuckers want.
Oh my God. All right. Callboy scandal.
So, so of course, during the George H.W. term, or there's tons of gay scandals because everybody's fucking gay. For some reason,
George H.W. Bush was gay?
I wouldn't call it gay. I believe what's in that book, in Transformation America, which is it's just got to be young.
He's just what?
I think he was a dirty piece. I think he was every awful thing you could imagine is what I think about that fucker.
H.W. Bush.
Here's the things we just know.
Okay.
The crack epidemic was him.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you know that we have that because of him. Oh, also his grandpa took the hit of supporting Nazis, who also supported Nazis, but took the hit for Rockefeller of supporting the Nazis. And what's the Smedley Butler thing where they tried to overthrow, they wanted to put in a fascist government. That's Prescott.
Yep.
Oh, it's okay.
That was what, 1937, 1939?
But luckily, two generations of his family were the president. Is everybody crazy that they don't understand how crazy? Like,
also Skull and Bones. by
Which
the
is
way.
that's what Illuminati really is.
It
that.
is?
Well, what I call it is it's like Ciroc, like it's bigger
Like
in the
Diddy
70s.
drink?
Yeah, like it's a brand in decline, so it's more for black people now.
What?
What?
I don't even know what
It's
that
Jay-Z's Ciroc. You understand? Jay-Z's Ciroc?
What does I had like that wasn't a left turn. That was like you went from a car to a fucking
You know about
helicopter.
Ciroc?
Yes, I know about Ciroc.
It's a brand in decline. Diddy goes, let me
Of course
make
it is. It
relevant.
was owned by Diddy.
No, he didn't own it. You thought he owned it? Diageo owns it. The people that own Guinness and all the liquor.
But he was the key
Put his name on it.
promoter for it.
Right.
He had some ownership.
But the
stake in it.
appearance was that he owned it. But no, he didn't own it. Like 50, I think, owns his shit. I don't think Diddy did. I know he didn't. Diageo is British. It's not Italian. It's
What
some
now?
made-up
But
name.
what does that have to do with Skull and Bones and Illuminati?
These are brands. So just think of brands. So
Skull and Bones.
Jay-Z,
is a
if you
brand.
recall, and people that used to work for him say this. They're not saying like deep occult things. They're just going, no, he definitely played into that. He goes, put Illuminati shit because I want people to think I'm an Illuminati. That's his brand was doing that. So
Sure,
all
that
the
would make sense. Yeah.
okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Shit that's like a normal thing. That's a form of programming.
Sure.
So that's what I mean. He took the brand Illuminati, which was like a 70s thing, and is a George H.W. Bush thing. That's not that cool. That's what those fuckers are. That's what Skull and Bones is. Okay? There's lots of groups. It's not just one fucking group. And I'll bet you there's 2 or 3 groups called Illuminati that don't know. You know what I mean? Like that don't the names don't mean anything. And you learn in Tragedy and Hope. That's what he said. He goes, you're just trying to get into fraternal groups like a virus, and then you take them over. Okay, that's the whole plan. And so people that are cool. So think of the Hell's Angels. If I got a filthy few patch, that the Hell's Angels will say he stayed late at a party. You've heard this over and over. That means you stayed latest at a party, but the feds go, no, that means that you killed someone for the club. That's how all the clubs work. Okay, so if you want real power, you're going to be part of all of them. You're going to be part of like 20 things that you would think you wouldn't be part of.
Right. That
Because
makes
you got a network. So they did. And then what, dude, think of like New York. Like when did you, how long were you around? Where are you from originally?
South Jersey, West
Where?
Deptford, and Mullica Hill.
Oh, I'm
Right outside Philly.
I'm Tom's River.
You're a Tom's River guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of my best friends are in Brick.
Oh yeah, Brick.
Great
I used to manage the Funco land in the Brick Plaza.
Nice.
It's GameStop now.
Yeah, my buddy lives right around the corner from that.
Yeah. Well, so just think of like if anybody you know that was like trying to get coke or something. Like New York is a place where you find whatever the fuck you want.
Oh yeah, go out like just fucking lick your finger, go like this, hold it to the wind.
I would be like
It's gonna come.
was it Undercover Billionaire where they drop the billionaire off and they have to make a certain amount of money? Dude, if you were like undercover junkie, like you could drop me off of $5,
Oh,
I'll
you
get
could
high.
pass. You could pass.
Don't worry, you drop me off in any city.
You look the part. You'll be all right.
I put this shiesty on. People know what's up.
Oh my god.
I put something in my pipe.
All right, Kurt. What do you? Are we ever gonna know the truth about Epstein in any capacity? Like even
how
like
could we ever know?
20% of it?
I know it was a certain Middle Eastern country, but that's all Dan
Couldn't
Bongino.
name which one it was.
There's a trail of breadcrumbs, but it's a hall of mirrors, Julian. Don't waste your time on this one. You're in over your head, kid. I wonder, look up on Tuesdays with Stories, which is Norman and Sam's podcast. They got Louis Black on going to Epstein's house with fucking Bobby from the Dirt Nasty Show. Bobby, I'm blanking out. No, not Bobby Kelly. Bobby, he's
Kennedy?
with Robert F. Kennedy. No.
We were just
Fuck, I'm blanking out. But you can find the clip. And he's talking about going to Epstein's house in New York. And he said he walked in and Epstein, there was like a marker board and had like, it looked like, I don't know, football plays or something on. And he's like, yeah, the defense minister of Israel is just here. We were just going over defense plans. And Louis Black goes like, I was so freaked out. I go, first of all, number one, why was he here? Okay. And why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me any of this? And it creeped him the fuck out. So right there is how you know who he worked for. It's actually on a comedy podcast.
The Defense Ministry of Israel was just here, and we were drawing up some plays.
Yeah, like, dude, is everybody a fucking idiot? So the only people, look.
We got the clip. Does it have music in the background, Deef? That's the only thing I want to check.
Bobby will feel hurt that I can't remember his last name, but I had 4 claws.
All right, we're good. All right, let's play it. This is Lewis Black. Whose podcast is this again?
We Might Be Drunk.
We Might Be Drunk. Sam Morrell and who?
And Mark Norman.
Mark Norman. Okay, go ahead. Good find.
And to boot, I was in Jeffrey Epstein's house once.
What? Really?
Yes, with Bobby Slayton.
Slayton, goddamn.
Yeah,
When they got up to go to the bathroom, did he smell the seed? How was Jeffrey Epstein's house?
Unbelievable.
I mean, but what was the occasion?
Bobby Slayton, I, Woody Allen, and Sun Yi.
Oh my God.
It was like a Mad Libs.
Exactly.
Holy moly.
It is. That's a very good one. There was Dick Cavett.
Wow.
And I can't think of his name. I can see him.
How do you get invited to Epstein's?
Slayton called me up and said, he really likes comics. But Bobby goes, he's got really unbelievable wine. We're going to drink really great. I said, okay. It was
funny
a
to go
fun.
to Epstein's place for wine.
Yeah. So it was.
How old is bottle? 16 years?
The capper of the evening is at the very end. David Blaine shows up.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Can you make these charges disappear?
Is there a clip of him talking
This is
about
not the right
the
clip,
Israeli
but
defense
it's
ministry?
on this episode.
Lewis Black, Epstein, Israeli. I mean, it is. Let's just be honest here. Like, jokes aside, it is so obvious, like, who he worked for, and the fact that people then are like, "Oh, we just can't talk." Like, what the fuck, dude?
I think you should watch your fucking mouth, and maybe we just buried Charlie Kirk, and I think you shouldn't be throwing out crazy conspiracies right now. I think it's really tasteless, especially Charlie Kirk and the miracle bone in his neck that stopped a 30-yard 6. Then that's the official story. By the way, the official story.
I'll see you in Valhalla, brother.
Hey, what did the Hindu say to the dead Christian? See you in Valhalla.
In front.
Don't get it? Me neither. I don't get it neither.
In front of the Mormon.
In front of the fucking Mormon. Is that fucking crazy? Oh, so the Zorro Ranch. This is what I want to get. I want to get Aaron on my show on the Dirt with Curb.
Oh, Aaron Smith Levin?
Because, dude, has everybody?
You want me to hook it up?
Yeah, I message. So any comments I make are all on YouTube videos now. I try to never do Twitter.
Oh, good for you. Yeah,
Well,
I
it
noticed
helps.
you don't tweet a lot now. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Sometimes I do. Dude,
We
comment
need you to
on
tweet more, Kurt.
if I comment on people's videos as I do, it helps that, like, I'm not hurting them. The engagement's helping them. Do you know what I mean? It's a more positive thing because I'll watch something and be like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about?
Right.
But not Aaron. I like that guy, Aaron. But anyway, have they figured out that that's a CIA cutout yet? The Scientology? Why do you think the stars were in it?
I would buy that.
I mean,
I don't know whether that's true or false. I would totally, if someone could show me evidence on that, I would totally buy it.
well,
I mean, look at what they do to the IRS. Like, what the fuck?
so you think if you ever infiltrated the IRS with your little group, do you think the government, and you did it successfully?
Yeah.
Do you think the government would ever leave you alone after you pulled off something like that?
No.
And also, first of all, not only being impressed with that you pulled that off. Well, we're going to learn how to do that from you, and we're going to whatever. And so, if you watch David Miscavige, who's a bad, of course he's the bad guy. But what's his origin story? He was raised as a kid, and he was a rising star.
Yep.
In science, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Him.
Have you ever heard of a thing like that where like a child is a rising star? So he's probably a chosen one too, that little fucker. He's probably one of them chosen ones. That's what Monarch was. They told him they were chosen ones.
Chosen.
And after we get the fucking thing installed, you're going to be ruling over. It's very much like ancient Egypt, where you got a corrupt priest class and a pharaoh dressed up like a fucking idiot that they inbred for generations, right?
Mm-hmm.
They inbred them for the trait of dissociation.
That's why they did it. They knew about that.
Dude, it's like Dune. In Dune, remember when Paul Atreides puts his hands in the box?
Right.
On J.R. Sweet's fucking blog, he wrote about it. When he on his birthday, or I don't know whose birthday it was, they had a ventriloquist show up who was part of the program. Okay, and then afterwards they played a game called "What's in the Box." So,
like 7.
yeah.
What's in the box?
Okay. Yeah, a lot like 7, actually.
Yeah.
But more like Dune, where she had to put his hand in the box and not react to the paint. So him and his brothers and sisters each went in and looked in the box, and there's a real severed human hand in the box. Okay? So his brothers and sisters mostly screamed because they saw a human hand, but him and his other brother, he said, dissociated. They're like, this is not happening. It's all that is like, this is not happening. You just go somewhere else. Like, you've been really bored and you went somewhere else. The biggest gift of a power you could ever get genetically is to, like, when really bad shit happens, you leave your I worked in TV a long time. I heard this saying over and over from people. If something cringy happened, they go, I left my body. I'll bet they did, dude. I bet you did.
I blacked out up there.
Freeze or what is it? Flight or fight or whatever the fuck. They've studied those. And that's what all that Nazi science that we got, those paperclip Nazis over here.
That's what it was.
Well, a lot of great shit. Oh my God, we got a lot of useful shit from those Nazis.
Yeah. Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.